Don't chose again. A different story, different way. Will you find your happiness? Or more of just the same? More of just the same. 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 Say you chose again. A different story, different way. Will you find your happiness? Or more of just the same? More of just the same. 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 Just the same.
Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more 0 Hour, and welcome back to another challenge. We are on a roll recently with these live streams, with these bets, with these sponsored challenges and all kind of stuff like that. BoYcaH is trying to join my game. Would help if I actually opened a slot. So yeah, today, welcome to everyone. Welcome to all the viewers. Welcome XCal. Welcome Dragan. Welcome Scuba. Welcome Fluffle Pillow. Welcome Flory. Welcome DZ Wallet. Welcome Neo, welcome Basie. I'm just going to get some music on for a second. I'm slightly behind here. What threw me off was I started this live stream, and then all of a sudden, some guy starts drilling some pieces of concrete outside my house. So I've got my window open because my room gets super, super hot. Ever since I overclocked my computer, I regretted it ever since because I overclocked my computer, and my current cooler that I had at the time wouldn't cool it, and the CPU kept overheating. But everybody said that you could overclock the CPU to the levels that I wanted to, but the thing is, you needed a really beastie cooler. So I overclocked it, upgraded to like the best cooler on the market. But the problem is, a cooler doesn't cool your room. A cooler cools the CPU and then pumps out all the heat. So then the room gets insanely hot. Not to mention all the neon lights and all the crazy shit I've got going on in my room. So I have to have a window open like permanently. I had to have a fan installed in the roof. Thinking about getting permanent air conditioning installed, which is actually quite rare to have in the UK. But yeah, I have to have my window open. But then as soon as the stream started, just about to say, "Yo guys, what is up?" and some guy starts drilling outside of my room. It happened before once as well. Right, so we are here. We've got a best of 11 challenge between BoYcaH and Fargo. I know we are early today, but you got to remember with different people's time zones, sometimes this time isn't actually that bad for like people in India, because I know I've got a few fans in India who are maybe watching today, but at least watch live sometimes, like Vinyak B, who sometimes watch. He's from India, and he always complains that the streams start too late. So actually for some people's time zones, it's actually pretty decent. And of course, this live stream will stay on YouTube. So for people in different time zones, whatever, can watch it later. Right, first map is going to be on Vendetta, and it is going to be a stealth versus tank. So I'm just going to choose Vendetta now. There is a delay on the stream again, so there'll be no stream sniping or anything like that. I think we're all ready to go. Welcome XCal, welcome Dudush. Dudush, by the way, did someone speak to you about some potential games tonight with Google and Shay? If not, will you message either me or BoYcaH on Discord? Yeah, there's going to be more challenges. So actually, there's so many games going on at the moment. It's absolutely insane. So Friday, there's going to be DK Crazy versus XCal World Series semi-final. That'll be live, not like the logical BoYcaH games, whereas an hour behind. This will be actually live. So that's going to be happening Friday, 16 GMT. And then Sunday, yeah, I think it's Sunday. Yeah, Sunday will be XCal Size rematch. Best of 13 rematch. That'll be. I think that'll be pretty good. I think that'll be a pretty popular stream. Not only is it the rematch, XCal will be after his revenge, but it's also like primetime weekend. 17 GMT or 16 GMT. I can't remember exactly what it is, but that's like primetime for viewers. So make sure you are there for that one. That's probably going to be a big one. The games last night were amazing. Really decent games. So this challenge here today between these two players, we've got BoYcaH and Fargo. Best of 11, so first to win 6. First map will be Vendetta, Tank Stealth. It is a personal bet challenge between them, so there's money involved. The players are actually betting between themselves. They wouldn't actually tell me how much. I didn't actually ask BoYcaH, but Fargo refused to tell me how much. And then on top of that, Stonesy in the chat, thank you very much to you. He has added $20 to the prize pool. But the condition that I've added is that BoYcaH must say GG. So Stonesy didn't actually say that. But I'm going to add that. Maybe try and create a bit of mutual respect between these two guys. We're going to jump into this. So again, we're starting back pretty much bang on time. We're only 3 minutes into it. Let's a few more people join. Welcome Hybrid, by the way. I've been saying Derby H. Okay, I didn't know it was Hybrid. Thanks for that. Right, okay, jumping into game number one of my favorite matchups, tank versus stealth. Are we going to see as an epic game as we saw yesterday with xCal and Size? Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. We've got red for BoYcaH in the south of Vendetta with the China tank. Up on the north, we've got the blue GLA stealth for Fargo. Okay, so I think it's fair to say this is probably round 99 between these two players. They have played each other a hell of a lot. This is the maps we're going to see today is going to be the World Series map pool. So BoYcaH obviously still been in the World Series. Fargo is not anymore. He got eliminated by Vivid. Yeah, Vivid, which is a pretty shock upset for some people. A lot of people were picking Fargo. So BoYcaH will be no doubt practicing these World Series maps. That's probably one of the reasons why he's doing this challenge. Got a truck rush from BoYcaH. Yeah, best 11 first to win 6 games. So yeah, BoYcaH will face off against... he'll now face off against Vivid, actually, in the semi-finals of the World Series. So got this truck rush from BoYcaH. I think it's fair to say BoYcaH has won more challenges against Fargo than the other way around. But Fargo is definitely still a massive force to be reckoned with. So BoYcaH has gone for a double truck rush, copying xCal's strats again. xCal is in the chat. I did hear him say something about a copycat or something. And we seem to have got it again. The double truck rush. I think, to be fair to BoYcaH, I think he does that sometimes anyway. But yeah, xCal has been throwing out a lot of double truck rushes lately with China. Okay, we've got a super tech out for... did I almost say scuba? I think for Fargo. Pretty sure that's a super tech. It looks like one. So that's going to be pretty problematic for a tank. In this matchup, what army do you prefer here? Do you prefer stealth or do you prefer tank? I think it's pretty balanced, actually. It's why I like to actually see it. This GAT is in danger now. If there was mines there, that would have been perfect for BoYcaH. But BoYcaH's in big trouble here already, actually. A terrorist has killed a truck there. And BoYcaH is taking big damage. He has lost 2 or 3 GATs so far. There's another GAT going down as well. He is stuck now for what units to make. No matter what you make from there, it's probably going to go down to this super... Oh, he's gone on the mines. He even knew there was mines there. It's a big mistake from Fargo. So BoYcaH might now be able to stabilize. We've got a worker here on the right side from Fargo. Fargo's still dancing around these mines. He will see those mines there now. Oh, where's he going? He's going to fight the GAT. 1v1 against the GAT. Yeah, he's going to win it. Is he going to take out the power as well? Power is awfully low. BoYcaH will probably need to think about dropping down the power now. He is doing... You want to start building that before your existing power goes down so you get a head start on it. Because as soon as that power goes down, you start building at 50% slower rate. There is a GAT now in Fargo's base. Going to be no doubt taking out some workers. Super Tech does run off. There is more scrap here. Not quite sure. Was that another GAT? I think, yeah, it was the other GAT that he did the 1v1 with the tech. The mines here have kind of messed up the supply trucks and their collection. We've got a tunnel on the bottom right being built by Fargo. A few workers have been picked off, and there are now quads out from Fargo, but not really much else, if that even makes grammatical sense. Much else. Not much more map control from Fargo. I mean, he's got this sneaky tunnel here, and this sneaky tunnel here. I mean, all of GLA stealth tunnels are pretty sneaky because they are completely invisible. But he doesn't have like a tunnel over here protecting this flank or this extra supply. He also doesn't have this here. Maybe he wants to drop down a supply and stealth it. Somebody in the chat, Lipan Antonio, welcome. He said, "What is this overlay?" This overlay is basically, it's just stripped away some of the normal user interface so you can see more of the map. It took me a couple of games to get used to it, maybe a few hours to get used to it. And now I'm fully used to it. I actually can't go back to the original. So trust me, it might look weird now, but you can actually see like 20% extra of the map, 20 or 30% extra of the map. So you should like it. Fargo's actually thrown away his super. And now these quads are all pretty much going down. So BoYcaH is doing a little bit of a comeback here. He took loads of damage in the beginning. Both players pretty even in terms of XP. BoYcaH flaming his own gap there a little bit. But now this tunnel's going to get pushed back. And this is where tank's pretty strong. When you kind of stabilize and you get a decent army out. There's a few quads popped here. And it's going to take out the majority of BoYcaH's units. So Fargo probably is going to be able to hold this tunnel. It would be nice if he gets back inside of these buildings and he can hold it again. Super Tech or Tech tried to scrap up to Super Tech. Didn't quite get it. And that tunnel now goes down. Now Fargo is going to be in trouble because he doesn't have many other tunnels anywhere else apart from in his main base. And obviously his second supply. GG throwing down from Fargo. Is that a little bit premature? Should he have played that more defensive like we saw XCal did against Scuba the other day when he did like no arms dealer and just spammed loads of tunnels? I think he did that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did he? I think that was the build order we saw from XCal versus Scuba. So yeah, 1-0 to BoYcaH is the score. I have a feeling that Tank will win both instances of this, I think. Because Fargo's Tank and Nuke, I don't think is that bad against... against GLA. I think every time I've played him before or seen him play it before, I think it's pretty strong. So I'm predicting Tank's going to win both instances, but I might be wrong.
Thanks for all of the live streams lately. Really loving all of the challenges.
Yo, Stephen Condell, thank you very much, man. Glad you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying all the challenges myself as well, especially last night. So size against XCal, because that challenge, they'd never had a sponsored challenge best of 13 like that before. So yeah, it was super good. But yeah, thanks for the donation, man. Okay, 1-0 to to BoYcaH, not Fargo. Okay, so in the south on Vendetta. This is a new map, by the way. Probably a lot of people won't have seen this before. I did play it a couple of times in the World Series, and I think it has been played another couple of times in the World Series as well. I think it was the first map, mandatory in the first round, actually. Or second round. Got Fargo in the south with the China Tank in the blue. In the north, we've got BoYcaH with the red GLA Stealth. So yeah, I always say, do you need to go arms dealer in this matchup? XCal, what's your opinion? Do you reckon sometimes you can go arms dealer in this matchup? I see Size do it sometimes, and sometimes he even just spams quads with the occasional tunnel. And so he's got a few RPGs, but mainly quads. And I've seen his quads like gang up on Battle Masters, and just when they get like a little bit of veterancy, and when they get a bit of scrap, so you've got like some pretty strong quads, they can just take down Battle Masters, tank Battle Masters. I've seen that numerous times from Size. But yeah, so some people like to opt for the arms dealer build. Some people like to just opt for more and more tunnels and then go for hijackers. So we've got a truck there taken out for Fargo. 51 XP for killing the truck. Got a worker on the left. Those are probably going to spot that though. If the worker just like kind of hides over here, it might not find it. But the dozer has found it. Got a dozer sneaking forward from Fargo on the right side, and he's only got one war factory in his base. So this worker in the middle, is that going to get up? Because that dozer's going to get killed. If so, ooh, does finish just. If that gap would have been 1 second quicker, he would have got it. That dozer's going to escape. But sending these dozers around like this, you can probably expect there's going to be a hijacker from BoYcaH. He's always making hijackers. And like we saw actually from XCal and Size, yeah, in this matchup yesterday, he actually made 2 hijackers and hijacked both dozers, which is actually rare to see. You don't normally see that. Normally you see one hijacker, steal a dozer, and then kill the other one with a tech RPG. So is BoYcaH going to hunt the dozer here? There are 3 dozers, actually. Because there's one over here as well. It's dropping down a sneaky war factory. Tank being the sneaky one in a game against stealth is a little bit unusual. Terrorists here. It's going to kill the supply. That was the third supply for Fargo, so it doesn't affect him that much. Just set him back a little bit, but he has a second war factory over here already, and BoYcaH seems to be aware there was something there, just probably trying to stop that gap. There is a hijacker running around after this gap. So once he gets inside of that, obviously he can put it inside of his tunnel, makes his army a little bit stronger. There is a technical here. Going to run forward, lose a little bit of HP from that gap. Fargo trying to expand to a fast supply on the left. Fargo's macro been pretty decent here. I mean, he's already on 3 supplies. Sneaky, could call it a proxy war factory. Now BoYcaH's going to have this flamer to deal with. That's going to screw him big time. I don't think there's any way he can stop it, unless he's got a hijacker ready to go. Oh, there's a hijacker here, but it might be too late. Oh, BoYcaH, that's painful, because it's going to kill the supply. It's at least going to kill the arms dealer and then all the workers. Oh, and there's another flamer here, so this is big trouble. See what I mean about tank? Tank just proving strong on this map. Fargo's even dropping down a flame wall there, probably expecting a hijacker. There was the occasional hijacker from BoYcaH. There is a tech here now. I don't think that's a super tech though. I think BoYcaH's lost this one. Hybrid says, can you scrap upgrade the toxin tractor? Yeah, you can. You can, yeah, I can. I think it makes like the armor a little bit better. I'm not sure if it makes the gun any better, but it makes your sure it makes your armor better. You see it's changing the structure of its skin or its texture. Got a super tech with some RPGs inside of it. We've got a quad, but I think Fargo's just in too much of a strong position because BoYcaH's not going to have anything in his main base now. He's lost so much here. He's still running around with his technical. BoYcaH is known for staying until the very last minute. So I expect this will probably go on for a while. So I just had confirmation there is going to be another challenge tonight. So 17 GMT tonight. So that is... if 2 hours and 45 from now, BoYcaH will play against Size. That's tonight. That'll be a $50 prize challenge. Best of 13, and it'll be similar rules to we had with XCal and Size last night. So after this game, I'll just confirm back to Size that's definitely on. Size just wanted him to wanted me to let him know. BoYcaH's trying to hold on here, but this is really GG. Easy from Fargo. As long as BoYcaH types GG. GG. There, you see? Look at this mutual respect that I'm creating. GG. Even though Fargo typed easy. Okay, 1-1. That actually went a little bit shorter than I thought, but I think it's hard for stealth to stop tank getting into your base. Okay, 1-1 is the score. I've let Size know that challenge happening tonight, so yeah. 2 hours 45 from now, BoYcaH against Size, best of 13 tonight. BoYcaH wants a Tox mirror, but I don't know if that's on the list. Maybe, I think it is on the list actually. Scourge Drought. Alright, I'm going to make a prediction here. Both players are going to go for three supplies. Fargo will box in one or both of his first and second supply with a fake barracks. I predict both. But yeah, both players are going to go for 3 supplies here, and then BoYcaH will get to a fast third arms dealer. That's what I'm predicting. Okay, so we've got BoYcaH in the north with the DoMiNaToR in the red, and then in the south we've also got DoMiNaToR for Fargo in the blue. So yeah, the version 4 I've got Snowy Drought, which is the one we're on. That has no cars here. Look at this, man. I think here he will do a fake. Just keeping his command center so you can drop down a fake. Yeah, there you go. There's all the time. Very advanced from Fargo. BoYcaH doing a similar build order, 3 supplies. It's kind of the new meta. Because what I've heard people saying about it is that if you do a 3 supply build order, if you do it right, and you save yourself enough money to get your first tech out, it actually doesn't delay your first tech out. So you won't be able to do like a Terror tech properly, and you won't have aggressive tunnels in all the positions that you want. It will be more of a defensive build order, but you will be able to get your first tech out at roughly the same amount of time, and probably actually exactly the same time if you do it right. But yeah, the problem is that you won't have as many tunnels out in aggressive places on the map. But yeah, that's Fargo's rendition of it. Whoa, look at this. Where he's done the two barracks. He's properly boxed in everything. Maybe Big Size needs to take a lesson from this, because he is known for not boxing anything and just losing loads of workers a lot of the times. Sometimes just loses the game because of that. Tox mirror on Summer Arena. I don't think this is going to be the only mirror. I don't think they're even going to reverse this. We've got a technical coming through from BoYcaH. That's well boxed. That's like, I mean, it's expensive, but it's well boxed. Because I mean, a fake barracks, 125, 125. I don't know if one of them is upgraded to real. Tunnel obviously 800, but this is. I honestly think this should be the meta of like a Tox mirror or even any GLA mirror. I honestly think these fake barracks should be used more. Because if you can save your workers, like these strong tunnels are hard to push into as well. You just really cementing yourself into the game, not being able to lose any workers. Like you can attack into the enemy base and not really have to look back at your main base for a sneak attack. If you see a tech going into your base, you don't have to look. Unless it's a terror tech or it's loads of techs with RPGs like this, then you're going to obviously have to deal with that. But if it's just one tech, empty tech running around your base, you don't have to look, and it takes that element away so you can concentrate elsewhere on the map. Kinda like now. So Fargo's harassing here, so BoYcaH didn't box it properly. Whereas these techs here, okay, there is a lot of techs, and I think he's actually going to load a worker, so he is going to have to deal with this. But if it's one empty tech, you wouldn't have to actually worry about it. Whoa, nice one from Fargo. Takes out the worker. That's a big game changer actually, because that worker now can't build a tunnel. If that tunnel did get up, that would have been big bad news for Fargo. Wow, this is a really good start for Fargo. He's defended pretty much everything. Stopped that worker from building, killed loads of RPGs there. BoYcaH not on an oil and refinery yet. Fargo's actually ahead in terms of arms dealers, so like people say that BoYcaH is strong in GLA mirrors, and whilst it might be true, Fargo is real decent at GLA mirrors as well. I just love these boxing skills from Fargo. It's really, really decent. Okay, that's a mistake from Fargo. Probably, does he want to attack with these 2 scorpions? Oh, he's got 1 hit off it, and it doesn't look like much, but he's actually taking it down to like probably 80% HP. Still, What's it? Oh, it's a worker here. So that worker's probably going to be taken out. Oh, is he just going to leave it? Oh, no, he's going to find it. Yeah, he's going to find it. That's good. You want to stop that because you drop down a tunnel here, it kind of seals it off and you gain a load of ground. And you want ground. Just got a bit of a push here from BoYcaH on the right. I think this is going to shape up to be a good game because BoYcaH is super confident in Gile, especially Tox. But also Fargo's had a really good opener and I love his build order here. So I think we're on for a good game here. This is going to be decent. So BoYcaH's going to clear a bit of ground and take this back for himself. He's going to put his Rebel probably inside there. Another technical from Fargo. He's killing so many workers though. But what he is doing is giving BoYcaH XP because every tech he loses gives away a little bit of XP. Don't know, do you actually get XP from killing workers? I don't think you do actually. I need to pay attention to that. But Fargo is actually pushing back BoYcaH in the center. Where is this technical? Look at that. Look at the amount of damages the random techs have been doing from Fargo. Just killing workers, whereas Fargo does not have to worry about that at all. It's this super solid build from Fargo, and I really like it. I think people should take notes from this and incorporate it into their builds. So BoYcaH's getting pushed back, but it's going to shape up to be a big Scorpion battle, I think. BoYcaH's out of money. And that's probably because he's having to replace his workers every time they die. Technicals are cheap for Tox. They're only $500, not like Demo with a $600, so you can produce them pretty cheap, especially like when you get the refinery. Obviously, it knocks another 10% off, so what? It'll be $450 with the refinery. Big Scorpion engagement in the middle. It's got a bike from Fargo. Fargo is playing really good. He's looking on point so far. Like that tank versus stealth, he was looking on point, and then in this game, he's looking on point as well. Like to be attacking whilst also remember to queue up some bikes and take control of this. He's looking on point. Needs to clear probably some control here because he's losing a bit of map vision. BoYcaH is starting to fight back here, but he's got 3 arms dealers, whereas the build difference here is that Fargo's actually gone for a Palace. He's got two arms dealers versus Palace Black Market. In the long run, I do prefer still Fargo's position and Fargo's build order, but so many times I've seen 3 arms dealer spam of Scorpions win this matchup versus the 2 arms dealer Palace. But yeah, I suppose the game changer here actually would be to go Busters, yeah, which he is doing, and get the Gamma upgrade as well because he's probably got the money for it. He's got 2.2k ish now spent some. Someone said to me, could I move the center image box to the left in the layout? To be honest, mate, it's not my this is not my doings. This is just something I downloaded off the forums. It's maybe it would be good actually to get that and put it to the left, but at the moment it's in the middle. It's not my doing. I mean, I can feed it back to people who made it, but yeah, it's not mine. Fargo is just playing like a beast here. Yeah, he's got a little bit less map control in the middle and on the right side. But with these battle buses, it's game changer. BoYcaH only dropping down his tech now. Fake Logica in the chat says go Casino. Terratech here. Oh, he's going to kill the battle bus. Pretty decent from BoYcaH there. This is actually a really nice engagement. Love the explosions and when the Scorpions actually set on fire. Actually looks pretty decent. Considering we're playing a game from 2003 and we're now in 2020, it actually doesn't look that bad. I like the graphics in Zero. Sure, it could be more high res and maybe in a remaster or if we were lucky enough for a remaster, sure, all the tanks and stuff could look better. But I mean, we're all still here playing and watching it in 2020. So obviously there's something good about it. I love the way the units fight and they interact and the animations and stuff. I think it's real decent. But yeah, if we had a remaster, it would be amazing. Okay, so whoa, that battle bus does go down. So I don't know if that bus has paid for itself. If it takes down a few more things, probably. Fargo's now on 2000 XP, roughly. BoYcaH on 1500. Fargo with another big push, same composition. So we've got 2 battle busters with scorpions in there. Does he have the gamma? Oh no, big engagement either way. No. Oh, I don't know if he has the gamma because you can't actually see. You can see it from here. Nah, nobody has the gamma yet. That's a big mistake in my view from both players. No gamma. That's a massive upgrade. If you speak to Hawkeye, he'll say it's the most important upgrade in the game, the gamma, because it increases the damage on the rockets by like insane amounts. I think it increases the damage by like more than the actual AP missile. Like Stingers get like 100% boost, just for example. So BoYcaH is losing control of this left side. Got buggies now out for BoYcaH. He is under pressure. Got 1 market out for... Oh, sorry, 3 markets out for Fargo. 4 markets, actually. BoYcaH's doing pretty well to defend this at the moment. He's dropping down a black market of his own, so he is behind. But he does have this repair bay, though, so he's got a free junk repair. Got a technical from BoYcaH coming down the right. It's going to hit probably the refinery. Oh, yeah, he's going to kill the refinery. That's still really decent in my view. Killing the refinery is decent. Fun fact for you is actually the gamma upgrade actually makes terrorists weaker. Yeah, mind blown. Actually makes them weaker. So like normally, I think three toxin terrors would kill like a USA supply or an oil. But actually, if you upgrade it to gamma, it requires more. So, whoa, that's bad. Oh, he's going to need to sell a barracks. That's annoying. So, yeah, normally it would take 3 toxin terrors for an oil. But actually, if you upgrade to gamma, it needs 4. Or even 5. I think it's 4. But it might be 5. But yeah, for a USA supply, normally it takes 3. But you upgrade to gamma, it suddenly takes 4. So I think it's a bug in the game where actually the toxin terrorists are not meant to do as much damage as the demo terrorists. So, you know, like it's 3 for demo and 3 for toxin to kill an oil or a USA supply. I don't think it's actually meant to be like that for tox. I think it's an error. So when you get the gamma, I think it corrects it back to how it should be. So yeah, it's 0 hours full of bugs and weird stuff. But Jarman out for both players. Jarman does take out BoYcaH's Jarman now. Both players well and truly working themselves to 5-star. Fargo's still ahead, though, I would say. But this is bad news for Fargo because he's not collecting any money here. I mean, he is ahead in markets anyway, so probably doesn't make it that much difference. But it is a whole supply being put back, and actually Fargo he definitely hasn't realized. So yeah, both players actually are supply down because Fargo's actually winning this engagement here. BoYcaH's still got like 16k to collect there. Fargo's actually got 11 or 12k, so it just shows you maybe the distance between the supply and also the fact that the workers kept getting killed by the techs has made a big difference. Repair bay still captured for BoYcaH, so all his units get the free junk repair. There's no need to upgrade junk repair now. I don't think it stacks. It's roughly you just repair at the same rate. This buggy's now taking down the battle buses. Second market up for BoYcaH. Scudstorm is up for Fargo, so in 5 minutes we're going to see that hit somewhere. Still no gamma from Fargo. Got gamma now up for BoYcaH. So you see actually, you click on the terrorist, and actually it's got the gamma sign there. So it's doing something to the terrorists, yeah, but it actually makes them weaker. The initial damage they do, it makes them weaker anyway. Okay, so Fargo sold his supply. Fargo sold his supply to deal with that. Would it not have been better to sell the fake barracks, maybe, Fargo? Maybe that's a new meta. Surely it would have been better to just sell off, or even detonate the fake barracks, man. Detonate the fake barracks. Detonate the fake barracks would have killed the rebels. Rebel ambush from Fargo here kills a couple of buggies, just 2. But this artillery platform here is going to be causing damage. That buggy there is going to go down, not being moved. No gamma still from Fargo. That's a big mistake. I was really impressed with his play up until not getting the gamma. Oh, Jundi says the junk repair and the repair bay do stack. Oh, okay, I didn't realize that. So units must heal an insane rate then if that happens. That's a good fact to know. I didn't think it stacked. Like with the when you have a USA ambulance nearby a V and you try to repair it using the repair feature by using the spanner thing. Like it doesn't normally let you heal the V. Or if it does, it's very minimal, like unnoticeable. Minard9 says this is a sponsored match. Well, actually, initially it wasn't. It's just a personal bet between the 2 players. They wouldn't tell me how much, but they've got their own cash on the line here. I don't know if it's $50, $100, $10. I don't know how much it is. It might be nothing. Maybe they're lying. But Fargo strictly wouldn't tell me the amount. I don't know why. It might be like he's accepted odds or something, so maybe like BoYcaH's put in 50, Fargo's put in 40 or something. But then Stonesy has added to the prize pool, so he will give $20 to the winner. So there's a bit of money on the line either way. Jarman goes down. Scud is ready to fire in 1 minute 45. BoYcaH's in a bad situation. It doesn't look like he's in that bad of a situation because he's got control of the map and he's got his artillery platforms and the repair bay and stuff. He does have the refinery, but I mean, he only has 1, 2, 3 markets. His main's mined out and Fargo's got this one, so yeah, pretty bad situation, I would say, for BoYcaH. And I think Fargo probably should hit the Scud Storm here. Maybe even just directly on the oil. Because if you do it in between, I think there's a chance the oil might not die. You want to do it probably bang on direct on the oil, but maybe just slightly towards the refinery so you do damage to that as well. Yeah, there's still no gamma from Fargo. So you see that one bus from BoYcaH actually managed to take down them 2 and actually nearly killed that one. Whereas if Fargo had the gamma upgrade, pretty sure that bus would have died before that second one went down to the chassis. Okay, we've got Jean Michel out now from Fargo again, I think. It was BoYcaH's that died earlier, but I think BoYcaH's slowly being starved out of this game. He can't stay in it for that long. Not sure what that one is doing. I think he's got rebels inside of there. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to kill that stuff with a rebel inside of his own battle bus. But Fargo just has too much now. GG thrown down from BoYcaH. Just way too many markets. Really, really decent from Fargo. Really, really impressed with his whole gameplay throughout that. The only 2 decisions would be the lack of gamma upgrade and also that random sell on that supply, man. And like, I think I might have to make like a highlight clip out of that. Like a problem and solution kind of video. Okay, here's the problem. So the problem is that you've got workers boxed inside of the supply. Perfect box. But actually the problem is that the rebels are in there with the workers killing the workers. Now, option A, sell the supply. No. Option B, Scud storm it from Scud launcher it from long range. Option C, detonate the fake barracks, which only costs you $125 anyway, and it may just kill the rebels. And then if not, you can probably just send a Jarman or a quad or something to kill it. Fargo chose option A, which was sell his supply. So, yeah, I don't think that was the most cost efficient. So BoYcaH would have just checked the replay. I think it's BoYcaH's choice of map. He wants air mirror. Okay, if you've got an air battle, it's going to be the map. I think we'll have some USA music. Since it's the Air Force mirror. Okay, looking forward to this one. Fargo's pretty strong in air mirrors. He's 2-1 up. You can't believe it. I think he's on about that supply that he sold. We've got USA Air Force in the blue for Fargo in the top right. Bottom left, we've got BoYcaH. Also with USA Air Force in the red. Quick barracks from BoYcaH. Quick barracks in Fargo. What Fargo sometimes likes to do, I think, is what XCal did in the games yesterday against Size, where he drops off a dozer as well and builds a barracks in the enemy base. But then what he intends to do, I know because I've spoken to him before, he wants you to overreact to the barracks. So he'll drop a barracks, like make one missile defender. The defender will panic and make loads of rangers and flashbangs, thinking he's going to spam infantry. But actually, he only makes like one missile defender or one ranger or something. So he's hoping for an overreaction. But he looks like he's not doing that anyway. He's keeping dozers back in his base. So I am just waffling. I'm just talking nonsense. Hypothetical situation. We've got airfield going down for both players. I think BoYcaH is slightly ahead with the build on the... Oh, no, man. I think you could have finished that. You could have saved it back here. But now he's going to lose the dozer. That's big problems now, because without that airfield being finished, you've got a few options. You've got to cancel that. Build a new dozer that costs you 1,000, which is big at this stage in the game. Or you can start dropping down an airfield over here, which is going to be a lot slower. He's actually dropping his dozer from the other side. Okay. But Fargo's going to drop here. I think Fargo's ahead here big time. BoYcaH's losing mining time as well. Fargo's drop is on point. It's going in and out of the Chinook. It's going to go back and drop here now. This is decent play from Fargo. I'm just impressed with Fargo's level of play today. But I think Fargo is one of them players that sometimes when he shows up, he really shows up. And when he doesn't show up, he really doesn't show up. So he either wins emphatically or he loses pretty badly. Yo, Adrian, by the way, welcome. Fargo's picking off the power here as well. This drop is still causing problems. Does BoYcaH just want to split fire this? Because if you only leave one, it's gonna be pretty good. BoYcaH's actually got 3 Chinooks now, so he's bringing a few back. I suppose once you pick off at least one, it becomes less problematic, but you still will lose HP, I think. Havlo says is Bepis. I think do you mean Pepsi? Pepsi, my favorite beverage. Pepsi Max I like for diet drinks, if that's what you're on about. Bepis, I've never heard of it, if that's what you're talking about. Maybe some random beer or something. Okay, so this Ranger is killing the missile defenders in the base. We've got a Chinook taken out there for BoYcaH. Another Raptor coming across the map. Going to take out this next Raptor. So, again, Fargo is looking way, way ahead. He's also got 3 Chinooks here. So they're going to be well defended. A lot of point defense lasers stacked on top of each other. But actually, as I say that, Fargo's now split them up. This is probably the only time when you don't want to collect from alternate piles, because if he'd have kept them together then they would have been more defended. But because he split them up, he's lost two Chinooks, so it's just cost him like what? 1900 is that? 1900 he's just lost in one strike from BoYcaH. So BoYcaH's still well and truly in this game. He's sending Raptors across the map as well, picking off Fargo's units. So you just pick off a dozer there. That dozer has repaired that, and the power. And the Chinooks here have gone down for BoYcaH. Point defense laser of the Raptor is saving the other Chinook. So another Chinook made here instantly goes down. What a life for that Chinook. Airfield goes down there. That's bad for Fargo. He had a really good start, but BoYcaH's definitely putting in a decent performance, coming and making a bit of a comeback, yeah? Those who is picked off, and this airfield is awfully low now, but Fargo... Oh, Fargo's actually got the oils. I did forget to mention that. Fargo's actually got both oils, so that actually puts him quite a bit ahead. So it's going to be one of them games where you've got more money against more units. I think at the moment, BoYcaH has slightly more Raptors, maybe. Mind you, Fargo does have quite a few Raptors as well. Power taking a beating still. So yeah, Fargo's definitely still ahead with that oil capture, if we mention that as well. Okay, 4 Raptors from Fargo. This will probably take out an airfield, and that'll be bad news for BoYcaH because he's got every Raptor counts for him here. Just wants to force fire the ground here, probably. Oh, it doesn't quite get it because the point defense lasers did defend a few of the missiles. And one more hit's been nicely repaired by BoYcaH. This is kind of a nice position from BoYcaH. Because like with the power and the command center and all that being so close, maybe not the command center, it does deflect some of the missiles sometimes. And also this supply at the bottom left is pretty well defended as well. Oil goes down. More Raptors coming in. Well, the command center is actually defending the oil. Sorry, the power plant was defending it a little bit there. More Raptors coming across the map. Command center actually taking a bit of a beating there. Command center actually might just go down if Fargo just targets it. Because he has so many Raptors out now, he might just be able to take it out. And then he can just dozer hunt. I think that's probably one of the best options. He's just spamming airfields all over the map now. I think he's going to go 3-1 up, actually. BoYcaH taking out the oils, so they should be back on a more even economic footing now, I think. But Fargo's just so ahead in terms of how many airfields are out. BoYcaH losing another Chinook there. At least one, actually. Yeah, one's gone down. There's more Raptors here. More Raptors from Fargo. Fargo's just dominating this one, I think. Nice. I think he actually targeted the Raptor there of BoYcaH on the ground, and just forgetting the point defense laser, he actually still managed to break through. Probably an upgrade maybe they want to start thinking about is the... forget what it's called, but that missile upgrade. What's it called? For the Raptors, I actually forget what it's called because I never really get it. But it does do like 20% extra damage, I think. So it's either 15 or 25% extra. I think it's 15. Yeah, your missiles from the Raptors just do a little bit more damage. So like 2 Raptors with no veterancy can then take down a GLA tunnel fully without doing that little split fire trick thing. So refinery is being captured in the middle. Captured by Fargo. It was already belonging to BoYcaH though. So BoYcaH did get the capture upgrade. Was search and destroy deployed somewhere? And did it get taken out straight away though? Oh no. Here comes the carpet. Ouch, that is real painful. BoYcaH taking an absolute beating here. So let's hold the line actually, hold the line. I think did he deploy search and destroy? And then hold the line? GG deployed by BoYcaH.
You have been.
It's interesting that he's saying GG. That means he's listening and he wants the extra $20 that Stonesy's putting in, which is good. See what positive impact you have in Stonesy on the community. BoYcaH literally never says GG, but for $20, people are willing to change. Okay, BoYcaH's going stealth. I think, what is the matchup? Is it stealth demo, I think? Stealth demo. Even though BoYcaH lost the previous GLA mirror, which is a Tox mirror, he wants stealth demo anyway. Safwan says, is easy a flame? It depends what your definition of flame is. Easy just means EZ just means easy, as in it was easy. But Fargo just says it really just to get in your head, because imagine you're losing. Every engagement you're doing, you lose, and you just lost that air mirror, you got absolutely destroyed, and someone types easy. It's going to make you angry and maybe throw you off. Some people might thrive on that, and some people might not. Stealth demo, natural threats. Okay. You could say it's not a flame. It's not like you're telling him he's a moron, which is something that Fargo likes to use. One of his favorite words is moron. But yeah, it's not super nice, but it's also with Fargo, you don't take anything Fargo says seriously. So as long as you know that in advance, and you know he's playing the mind games, then I don't think you could say it's a flame as such. But it's up to you how you want to define it. Right, we've got Fargo in the south with the blue, GLA Demolition. We've got North player for North position rather for BoYcaH, GLA Stealth in the red. BoYcaH taking tips from Fargo, is boxing in his workers with a fake barracks. One mistake that you see players do, even in inverted commas pro or expert players, you will often see them boxing their workers like that. But then what they'll do, they'll make the supply too close. So if you're ever in doubt about how close to do it, always go a little bit further. It's always better to be too far, because you can always rotate that barracks on its side, and you can protect him. It's better to be too far away from the supply than too close. If you do it too close, you completely fuck yourself. You can quote that, by the way. And Dominator 2020. Too close. Don't build your supply too close or you will fuck yourself. Alright, we've got a terror attack from Fargo. He's the demo. So this is going to be a really quick terror attack. If that hits BoYcaH, that's going to... He's gonna smash his keyboard if that hits, I think. And this could hit real well. This is a really good tactic for demo. Get an aggressive tunnel where you want it and then do an instant terror attack. It's going to need to do some epic crushes on that. Needs to be careful because the demo terrorist will crush. Oh, what's happened there? Can't see because the graphics. He does crush that one. So the terrorist did hit, but it did fail as well. So worker dropped off in Fargo's base. That is a sneaky one, and Fargo is going to check over there. He's going to kill the worker. Very nice. It's quite an even game so far. Maybe you could say Fargo's slightly ahead. Terrorist from BoYcaH there does kill the technical. And the fake barracks was actually killed. And now the technical is going to be able to actually get in and kill a load of workers. Loads of workers going to die there. Maybe all of them. So Fargo, it's kind of stabilized. He's making more terrorists. He's going to go for another terror tech. This supply not rebuilding as another tech killed the worker rebuilding it. What the hell's going on with that supply? It's not bugged out, is it? Does he need to click a worker and click inside of it? Okay, it's now rebuilding. Just looks like that it took a hell of a long time. Another defensive tunnel from BoYcaH, just defending against any more terror attacks. One of these has got to be a terror attack. I just don't know which one it is. Or maybe this is the distraction and the terror attack is going to come next. That might be something we're going to see. This is a tech RPG drop-off from Fargo. I'm just looking out for what... There were a load of terrorists made, but I just don't know. Unless he hit it again, then maybe I missed that. There is a worker here. I'm just looking for another sneaky tech. There's technical going in the base here. I don't know if that's a fake or not. Yeah, no, it's terror tech. I knew it was coming from somewhere. Real decent from Fargo. Now he can get inside of there and kill all the workers. BoYcaH can't drop down a box now. The scaffold will get killed. There is technical coming back from BoYcaH. It looks like a super tech, actually. So that will be able to kill that of Fargo. But Fargo's on fire here. This is what I mean about Fargo. When he turns up, he really does turn up. And he's playing like a beast here. People were saying before how Fargo or BoYcaH are not expert level. But I can assure you, sometimes when they turn up, maybe they're not quite the same level as Size. Or maybe they're not the same level as XCal on some days. But Fargo has beaten Size a load of times before. Recently as well. And so is BoYcaH. And Size just yesterday beat XCal, and XCal at the moment is beating everyone. So you cannot say that on some days, okay, maybe they're not quite the same level as some of the big pros, but you can definitely not say they're not expert level, or at least not close to expert level. You can't say that. BoYcaH just beat Logica in the World Series as well, so you can't say that. So Rebels are capturing the oils for Fargo. Weirdly, he's actually capturing that one first, rather than the one he's got safe over here, and this one next, I suppose. But yeah, Fargo definitely ahead. He's killed the War Factory multiple times. He's ahead in terms of XP. BoYcaH's not even on an arms dealer. Oh yeah, he's not dropping down a palace now. He's on his arms dealer now. Which army do you prefer here? Do you prefer demo or do you prefer stealth? Someone in the chat says, does leaving the whole mode for the War Factory actually delay production longer than just killing it? I think it depends on how much money the player's got. And in the early game, he probably doesn't have money to drop down another War Factory straight away, or $2,500. So you'd have to say killing it altogether delays it longer, because he needs that 2,500, and then he needs to probably build a fake and then probably upgrade it. He needs to build the full length of an arms dealer. So yeah, you probably just always want to kill it. Drop an extra terrorist and kill it. In that case, though, Fargo actually lost one of the terrorists, so he got crushed by the technical. Terror attack there from BoYcaH. That's actually very nice. BoYcaH's actually now taking control of the middle. Fargo's popping out some more units to try and reinforce this, but actually he's going to lose this supply. Has he got a palace? No, he's not got a palace, so he's actually behind in terms of tech, but he's ahead with the oils. He's now behind in terms of supply, so it's actually quite an even game. BoYcaH's doing a really, really decent defense here. Palace is now up. BoYcaH's kind of withstood the storm. Another technical coming in from Fargo. Is that going to hit the supply with terrorists again? Oh, it is. That's decent. Oh, it's a fake. It was a fake. Fake buildings in these GLA mirrors proving proving to be the way forward. That was decent. Yo, Draw, welcome by the way. Welcome Roll, welcome Wraith, welcome MP3. Big push here from BoYcaH, but there is Scorpions now, which BoYcaH does not have. Fargo with the Scorpions pushing this army back, but there are RPGs here from BoYcaH, so that might actually send this army back, and especially with these bunkers, you can't push too far into this. But Fargo's re-established that third supply. This is slowly going to be collecting with some workers. He does still have some workers here that he needs to manually click, but Fargo wants to be careful not to go too close to these buildings here on the left. Fargo now dropping down a palace. So you could say now Fargo's re-established his supply and he's got control of the oil. Economically, he's still ahead. He's actually dropped behind in terms of XP now. So BoYcaH putting in a beast performance here. Dropping down to arms dealers. Sorry, not arms dealers, black markets. I think probably at least one of them is going to be fake though. That one looks like a real by the rate that it's building. Technical through the middle from BoYcaH. Is that going to be a terror attack? I think so, on the oil maybe. He could have got the cancel on the command center there, but that's actually going to let Fargo realize what's coming. Oh, there's so many tunnels here. So he's dropped the tunnels all the way around there to protect the oil, and it's paid off. That's why he's dropping the command center there as well. Yeah, I like the SimCities. I don't think anyone really can rival Fargo's SimCity building. Like this around the oil. Real decent. You could say maybe the tunnels could be a little bit closer. The SimCity in his base with the workers and stuff. A SimCity level Fargo I think is like level 9,000. Got Battle Bus now out from BoYcaH and he's pushing forward, taking out a tunnel. He's got a Shaman Kell inside of there, so these RPGs are not going to be able to do very much as well. Yeah, BoYcaH is pushing this back. This Battle Bus is changing the battle in the middle. And I think he's ahead in terms of markets as well. Like Fargo's 42% there. That one's already finished though. Don't know if that one's a fake or not. BoYcaH's now establishing a fourth supply. He's only collecting with 2 workers there. That one's idle. First demo bike comes out and actually just failed because the quads and the battle bus just stop it. Roll says, did I ever use that tip about building a tunnel without a worker in a real game? No, because it's kind of hard to replicate and it requires a lot of micro. I've never actually tried it. I'm sure it is possible and I'm sure you could do it really well, especially with like a stealth tunnel. If you haven't seen that video or you don't know what I'm talking about, by the way, you need to check out, there's a video on my channel called How to Build a Tunnel Without a Worker. You kind of are using the worker, but the tunnel builds them without the worker. Your worker can go into technical and run away. Works really nicely with stealth, but it's kind of hard to pull off. You need to be super on point if you're going to make it work. You need to remember as well how to use it because it's specific how you need to do it. Battle bus gets sniped. There is terrorists in here. That's a bit of a mistake there from Fargo. Fargo wants to garrison that building, I think, with that RPG, and then also just put his terrorists inside of here. He's going to probably go for a terror attack. That oil there is taken out, so Fargo's done another SimCity here on this oil, which I really like again. Another terror attack coming from BoYcaH. He's going to try and get this oil again, I think. Or is that just going to go straight to the main base? Botanical here from Fargo is going to get in and kill some workers. Going to kill that building as well. And this is a terror attack from Fargo. But this is another thing that Fargo likes to do. He likes to put a terrorist here, just on like guard mode, or just sitting here. And a lot of the time, like honestly, Fargo is pretty smart, man. It's not like he's copied this from anyone either. He's pretty much the only person who does it. And he does it in like GLA versus Nuke as well. With the GLA, he will put some terrorists like by his arms dealer. He'll box it off, put a terrorist there. And when a Battlemaster comes nearby, it's on guard mode and it will just hit it. Honestly, Fargo's... some of the stuff Fargo comes up with is pretty smart. I like it. Got another technical coming down the right side. Let's see if Fargo's SimCity skills have really paid off here. Oh, it's going to get in, but the tunnel going to save it anyway. Yeah, it is. Next level SimCity from Fargo, but BoYcaH's now kind of ahead in terms of black market count, but Fargo's got 2 oils. We'll do a proper count in a minute. I think it's very even, but BoYcaH's actually got the middle, though. It's very even in terms of economy. Okay, so Fargo's going to get inside of that building. I don't know what just happened there with the Jarman situation. I think what happened there, because it was, you had to look really closely, was that actually Fargo's Jarman got inside the building, and then BoYcaH's Fargo went inside the building and kicked the enemy Jarman out, kicked Fargo's Jarman out, killed it, because that's what happens when a hero goes in a hero unit, and a hero garrison gets kicked out by a hero unit going in. If that makes sense. Yes, Fargo's Jarman actually got killed by the kicking out feature. Got another market here on the left. We'll do a proper market count then. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for BoYcaH and no oil. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Fargo, but he has 2 oils which are worth 1.6 markets each, so call that 3, so he's on 8, but he also doesn't have the middle supply, so actually he's 8 versus 5, but BoYcaH is the middle. Is still very even in terms of economy, I think. BoYcaH doesn't have fortified structure, so if this is a terror tech, which I believe it might be, there's lots of tunnels here taking down the terrorists, but the terrorists actually do take down the supply in the end. So actually 3,000 XP points now for Fargo. I'm loving these terror techs. It's actually really decent. But this cost a lot, though. So it costs you like 1,600 to do that terror tech that he just did. And he actually killed the supply. It's only worth 1,500, but he gets the XP. So it's actually kind of an even trade. But BoYcaH's economy is hurt a little bit while he's just rebuilding that supply. Okay, Toxin Tractor does clear out that building now. Jarman runs away. Did I really say BoYcaH's Fargo? Did I really say BoYcaH's Fargo went inside of a building? Alright, if I did exile, then fair enough, you got me there. Sometimes I do mix up my words. Sometimes I listen to part of the stream back where I've made a mistake and I think, what the hell was I saying? I meant... I meant Fargo's Jarman went inside of a building to... yeah, God knows what I actually said. Okay, more markets going down for Fargo. I like Fargo's position better because, yeah, BoYcaH I think is way falling behind in terms of economy now. Apart from the supply in the middle. More terror techs, but I don't think that one paid for itself. Only killed 1 quad. 3,600 though in terms of XP. He's probably trying to get to level 5 as fast as possible. Probably a better terror tech would have been better here. Because this, even though it looks like killable by the tunnels, he's actually not succeeded in killing it so far. But I guarantee you'll be able to kill that with the terror tech. He's going to snipe the... oh, needs to be careful with the Jarman. There's so many stealth tunnels here, though. That Jarman needs to just go back, I would. Maybe go inside this building now. Although there could be a BoYcaH Fargo going inside of a building again. Toxin Tractor is getting killed now. that Jarman there needs to be careful, because if it gets scanned, it will just instantly get shot by the Fargo Jarman. Okay, the Jarman is hid behind the tunnel, snipes out Fargo's bus. Yo Mohammed in the chat, by the way, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Got a bus retaken now for Fargo. Fargo's cleared the middle and actually taken the middle for himself. So I think safe to say Fargo's definitely ahead. His markets and map control are all better. He's got more markets, all in better positions, I would say. Although more markets are being dropped down for BoYcaH, so he's going to fight this one probably to the death. I mean, we're 17 minutes in, approaching 20 minutes, and then we've got the reverse of this as well. So I know some people don't like GLA mirrors, but in the last few challenges, we actually haven't had that many GLA challenges, like in GLA mirrors even. It's like yesterday with Size and XCal, there was no GLA mirrors, I don't think. I can't remember any GLA mirrors in like 12 games or whatever. So yeah, some people don't like to watch him. Occasionally I do like to watch him, just mix him in there. Because there's only so many matchups, only so many like unique matchups in 0 Hour. Good to mix it up a bit. Right, we've got a market being dropped down here, market being dropped down here. So he's now on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 markets for BoYcaH. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 2 oils. You could say that's number 3. So he's on 13 markets and the middle. So what is it? 13 against 8, I think you could say. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 13 against 8. So he's basically got a 5 market lead. Plus this extra few crates here. And a better map control. So definitely prefer Fargo's position. What would be cool from Fargo, actually, getting that Scorpion, put it inside the tunnel, and also repairing that building and putting a load of RPGs in there, because you could probably kill that. You might even be able to outrange that tunnel there. Just kill this hospital as well to make a little bit of flat ground. Sneaky Worker is building a tunnel in Fargo's base, actually. I think BoYcaH, even if he doesn't kill Fargo with this tunnel or do a little bit, do that much damage, he's probably going to just try and kill the oil eventually. That's probably what he's going to be thinking. Fargo seems to be aware there's something here. He's bringing a radar van and the Scorpion. Is he going to find it in time, though? He's going to detect the tunnel right now, but is the rocket actually going to hit the worker? No, it's not. He's going to need to run over the worker, but I think it's too late. The tunnel is going to get up. BoYcaH is also being cleared out of the middle. BoYcaH with a little push here. Don't know if this is I was going to say I don't know if this is enough, but actually he's bringing quite a lot now, and this tunnel here is going to go down. The oil's in danger. Fargo clearing out the middle. He does have the bounty, so he's getting money from all of these kills. Fargo's also getting the hospital. Just repairs your infantry. Fargo with a big pop here. Not a Fargo pop. This is actually a decent one. So the oil does go down. Rebel ambush used directly on top of BoYcaH's army. That is bad news for BoYcaH, because now Fargo will get all of this scrap and clear this tunnel. There's still a sneaky worker running around there. That's going to get sniped probably by the Jarman. Oh yeah, it does go down. Oh no, it's BoYcaH's Jarman. Wow, that Jarman is like Rambo. It does go down now though to the quad. Fargo doesn't have all of the upgrades though. He doesn't have AP rockets, doesn't have junk repair, and doesn't have the AP ammo, but he does have a skid storm. He does have another market on the way. The rebel ambush obviously just completely annihilated BoYcaH's army. Back in BoYcaH's base, we've got another market going up, another tunnel to reclaim some in the middle that he's lost, or hold some in the middle. and Threx bomb to Fargo, and that's the reason he's level 5, and BoYcaH's only 3,100 XP points, whereas Fargo's obviously on 5,000 for level 5. It's because of all them terror attacks. He's just been terror attacking so much stuff, and then a sneak attack in the back of the base of BoYcaH's going to manage to take out the command center. I think BoYcaH's lost this one. Just the aggression was relentless in the beginning from Fargo. It's just kept BoYcaH on the back foot. Scorpion's just not able to engage because he only has quads of his own. Maybe he could have used the occasional hijacker in the beginning. Maybe he could have done a terror attack of his own. Fargo's just controlled this with the aggression. I'm really impressed with Fargo's play, especially over the last couple of games. Actually, maybe you could say all of the games, apart from maybe the first one where BoYcaH won the with tank against stealth. But even that was a good attempt. I think Fargo's just showing us how it's done today. Looks like it's going to be 4-1. Massive engagement here from Fargo, pushing forward. The Palace is here to defend this zone. Not sure. Yeah, it is stealth though, so Fargo couldn't see that. Taking out all the economy though, I think BoYcaH, there's no way BoYcaH can come back from this. He's killed so many markets there in the back. Fargo does now have all of the upgrades. So many. I think Fargo's just double tap Q. He's just double tap Q and sending all of his units across because there's nothing that BoYcaH can do against this. I mean, he's gonna hold on and try to withstand this massive onslaught from Fargo, but Fargo's just killed everything in BoYcaH's base. He's killing the arms dealer now as well. The Palace is still probably the strong point of BoYcaH's base. Stealth Palace with fortified structure is always going to be very strong, but BoYcaH's just lost so much. I mean, BoYcaH was almost doing a comeback, like kind of the early to mid game. But Fargo's real early game with the terror attacks was real good, and his late game is just decent. I mean, BoYcaH's picking these matchups, the GLA mirrors, because he's considered to be strong at them. But actually, Fargo's showing him how to play GLA here. Fargo is doing real decent. Fargo now putting his RPGs back that he just double tapped Q across the map. Fargo's definitely going to type easy after this, I think. Even though it was a decent battle, Fargo just types easy. Even if it wasn't easy, Fargo types easy. Easy, there we go. There's a massive delay on the stream, by the way, so there's no way he heard me say that. He'll be like, if he is watching the stream, he'll be like a minute and a half behind or something. Wow. Well played to Fargo, 4-1. Showing him who is boss today. BoYcaH's gone offline. He's going to go and check the replay because he's going to copy the build order in a minute. I'm just going to choose a map. I'm just going to grab a drink. So I'll be back in like 30 seconds. I'll grab a drink while the players are choosing their army. Okay then, boys and girls, I am back. Fargo is very close to victory already. He's 4-1 up with another GLA mirror. He's won 2 of 2 of the GLA mirrors so far. And we're back on natural threats in the north. We've got Fargo with the GLA stealth in the blue. In the south, we've got BoYcaH in the red with the GLA demolition. So, is BoYcaH going to copy the strat? Is he going to do his own thing? I think that's a fake for the time being, so that's why the worker is doing nothing at the moment. On the right side, is he going to build a fake barracks? I honestly think that Fargo is creating this new meta of the fake barracks thing, because it only costs $125. Like, in the beginning of a game, the cheapest thing you can build is probably like a terrorist, which is like $200, or maybe a rebel for some of the GLAs is like $150. So like $125 is like unnoticeable, and the defense that it provides, nobody can argue with it. It's protecting your entire economy for $125. Okay, the only downside is it keeps a worker busy for a second, but a fake barracks builds so fast, you don't even have to upgrade it. And I mean, if you want more protection, extra protection, Fargo protection, you can upgrade it to a real one a bit later on. Okay, we've got possible terror tech from BoYcaH. Possible terror tech. Or is it full terror? I think it's just an... Oh, it's terror tech. It's going to hit the supply. That's decent. That is real decent. Taking out the supply and the fake barracks. Technical now going to go in the main base of Fargo. But I mean, considering you know his boxing skills, probably a little bit ambitious. Terror tech from Fargo is actually going to fail. That's big news. That's actually massive. People in the chat call him BoYcaH a copycat, therefore it's BoYcaH. Oh man, these sometimes I feel like we dropped to new levels with these jokes. I mean, it keeps us sane during lockdown. BoYcaH. It's almost like if you would say that if you're boycotting BoYcaH. If you're going to boycott him, you'd say BoYcaH. I suppose BoYcaH copycat works too. Right, we've got 4 technicals here from BoYcaH, and he's looking in a commanding position already. We've got a terror tech potentially from Fargo going to get in the base of BoYcaH. Actually, a terror tech there would be real decent. I think he's going to get it as well, actually, but Fargo's lost complete control of this left side. Oh, he's going to need to hurry up though if that's a real terror tech. I don't think it is, actually. No, it's not. That would have been epic though. If that was for Fargo, that would have been terror tech and killed that. He would have suddenly been back in the game. But right now, he's pretty much out of it. He needs to stealth that so BoYcaH doesn't realize what's going on here. But I think BoYcaH would have seen that. The vision on the tunnel though isn't that great. It probably sees up to like there. Now it's stealth. That's actually not that bad. Technical from Fargo. That is an empty one. But BoYcaH has boxed in. BoYcaH has boxed in his workers. So Fargo's still on 2 supplies with obviously a stealth one in the middle. BoYcaH seems to think there's a stealth one somewhere, but in the wrong place actually. Is he going to realize there's one here? Maybe not. You can see that the pile's going down there, but you have to look closely. You have to be paying attention. So I think he might know. Yeah, BoYcaH doesn't know actually at the moment. He doesn't know. With BoYcaH's performance here today against Fargo, I mean, I think Fargo's playing on another level today. I think he's playing at close to Fargo's peak. But with a BoYcaH's performance so far, do you think this is World Series final winnable? Do you think it's semi-final winnable against Vivid, which we will play in semi-finals very, very soon? I think that BoYcaH's actually playing alright. I just think that Fargo's playing next level. I mean, apart from this game, BoYcaH has stepped it up and is probably going to take this game. Especially when this supply goes down for Fargo. But the previous games have all been impressive. My mum's nuts. Welcome to the channel. That was a decent terror attack from BoYcaH. I don't know if he killed a full tunnel. He killed a few units, but I don't think it was full. GG from Fargo. Well played to both players. No easy from BoYcaH. No easy. But that was, maybe you could say that was easy for him. He did a real decent performance. 4-2 is now the score. Gonna now jump into game number 7. That was Fargo's map pick. So now Fargo will choose the matchup. Roadrunner 88 wants 1v1. Later, man, later. Okay, Fargo wants air tank. That's a different one we haven't seen in a couple of days. Mike Jansen, welcome by the way. What's BoYcaH doing? Is BoYcaH eating a ghost pepper or something? Because sometimes he does that before games. He's gone AWOL right now before this next game. What's one of the maps? Let's try and predict what he's going to choose. What's BoYcaH going to choose? In terms of maps, we've had Forgotten Air Battle, we've had Vendetta. Canyon of the Dead might be one. I'd like to see air tank on Canyon of the Dead. I think that'd be pretty cool. I love the snowy editions of the maps, like the Arctic edition and stuff. I would love to. I just think they look more beautiful. Like some of the green textures. Like if you look on DEFCON, if you zoom in to some of the textures and like do a close-up screenshot of some of the units, the textures of the ground and stuff look a little bit shit, to say the least. So I actually really I like how the white looks. It makes for some good screenshots, and the textures, just in my opinion, just looks a little bit more appealing and looks better. I'd like it if someone made it like a DEFCON Arctic edition, like balance the map, and I don't know if there's any map makers in the chat. That would be amazing if you did like a DEFCON. Oh, he wants TD. DEFCON Arctic edition, like Canyon of the Dead Arctic edition, just changed it to white and maybe just beefed it up a bit. I don't know, do something with this supply crate here, maybe make it, I don't know. I'm just talking rubbish here. Alright, go TD, no bugs, no cars. I thought you don't liked TD. USA Air Force versus tank. Fun fact for you is that Fargo actually used to be a StarCraft 2 player. I think he attended a few LANs, and I think he was in a few clans. And maybe he definitely played StarCraft 2. I don't know what level, but yeah, he used to be a StarCraft 2 player. I think he actually, if you Google Fargo, you'll find a StarCraft 2 Wikipedia page, or is it like? It's not a Wikipedia page. It might be Wikipedia. The StarCraft 2 encyclopedia thing, whatever that is. He's got a page on there. It shows you like a few tournaments, how he did and stuff like that. We've got BoYcaH in the north with the China tank in the red. In the south, we've got USA Air Force for Fargo, looking like a potential no eco. Yeah, with the blue USA Air Force. Fargo has not dropped down a fake supply over here, like dropped down a barracks. So BoYcaH, if he waypoint scouts, will know exactly what this is. It is just going to be a no eco. It doesn't look like it's going to be a no eco strategy center, because some people like to drop down the strategy center. Yeah, there's a drone anyway. Drop down a fast strategy center and there will be a fast carpet, but you can only make like 1V and 1 ambo. Only 3 missile defenders to start off with, or 2 missile defenders, and then later on you upgrade. I think it's 3 is the build order. And then you do a fast carpet. You carpet once to ideally kill a supply. You want to kill a supply fully and kill the 2 trucks of the carpet. But actually here, Fargo's just playing it super simple. He's just doing a no eco, a complete no eco. The dead giveaway though is this dozer here. So he's gonna push forward with this dozer, and as soon as BoYcaH sees that, it's like quite kind of typical of a no eco build. Roll says we have Snow Serpent and Winter Arena, by the way. Do we? Do I have these maps? I'd like to see them. I think Winter Arena, I might have seen that actually. Summer Arena, but Winter Arena. Right, we've got a drone. Yeah, drone kill with the outpost. No eco has been fully revealed now. Does not manage to get inside of the building with the tank hunters. No eco doing pretty well so far. This dozer is extremely low. Fargo sending a few missile defenders deep into the back of his base. This power is probably going to go down now. I definitely would kill the power actually, because that's going to slow the tank down a lot. And BoYcaH's in a lot of trouble. BoYcaH's already dropping down another power. This is decent play by BoYcaH, dropping down another power, because that one is definitely going to go down. And when that one goes down, you're in big trouble. So the power, that's perfect from BoYcaH. Perfect reaction so far from BoYcaH. Don't think BoYcaH's necessarily done anything wrong. I just think no eco is very strong. Another GAT coming out. This is the engagement here. This means everything. If Fargo does this perfectly and doesn't lose anything, then it's GG. If this Wolf actually goes down now, I think it's GG. I don't know if BoYcaH can come back from this, because he's only spamming a GAT at a time from here. Yeah, this is just perfect from Fargo. He's gone, I think, 5-2 up here. Unless Fargo makes a big mistake here. He's actually vetted up his V, so it makes him even harder to kill, which is just like rubbing salt in the wound for BoYcaH. Hepsi says, am I stalking Fargo? Nah, somebody told me, man. Stalking is adding them on Facebook and going to their house. Which I've not quite reached that level with Fargo yet. But I mean, he does have a page on Google somewhere. Wow, first mistake from Fargo, actually losing the V. Oh, he nearly lost that V as well. It's starting to get a little bit sloppy, but both of the dozers are picked off, and that's probably GG now, because that V, no matter what comes out of here, cannot probably kill that V from Fargo. Oh, look at that! Oh my god, the insult, building a supply in BoYcaH's base. GG. Easy, to be fair. You probably got the right to say it there, because that was, but it was the lamest build order you can do. But I saw people talking on the forums saying that actually, I don't know why I'm playing GLA music, saying that that tank is better than air. And on some maps, I probably agree, tank is probably slightly stronger. But I think it's actually relatively balanced, and I actually think it completely depends on the map. Like on Tournament Desert, you can probably hold against tank, but on some maps, maybe like Arctic Lagoon, maybe like Gorge Drought, it's kind of harder to maybe not Gorge Drought actually, yeah, or maybe Gorge Drought. So on certain maps where your supplies are wide apart, like let's find an example of some 1v1 maps where the supplies are wide apart. So like let's say this, let's say your air down here, and you've got these 2 supplies to cover. That one there is really hard to cover, and tank's probably going to be able to get there. And so it really depends on the map, I think. Like this map here, really rarely play this, but the supplies again are far apart, and they've got a wide area to cover. Like that one, I probably prefer to have tank. There's loads where I prefer to have tank, but on Tournament Desert, it's probably quite balanced, but I probably prefer air. TD, no bugs, no cars. That was the one. Fargo's on 5-2. He only needs 1 more for the victory. There's going to be another challenge tonight, by the way, between BoYcaH and Size. That's going to start at 17 GMT, so it's 1.5 hours from now. What I will do, I'll end the stream, I'll set up another stream, and then I'll do the countdown like 20 minutes or half an hour before. I mean, this stream might take us all the way to there, but it's doubtful. Probably will end before there. But if you, what I'll do, I'll take a break, go and get a drink and some food and whatever, and then make sure you tune in at 17 GMT. So I'll have BoYcaH against Size, and that'll be best of 13. We'll have hopefully some different maps, but maybe some of the same maps and sims. There were matchups as well, not random reverse. We've got BoYcaH in the south anyway, with the USA Air Force in the red. In the north, we've got Fargo with the blue China tank. Two supplies from Fargo. BoYcaH also not dropping down a fake barracks over here. You'll see Logic could do that a lot. It drops down a fake barracks to make him think it's not a no-eco, but it actually is going to be a full no-eco from BoYcaH. Don't know about this war factory placement. It's a little bit further forward, but does it matter that much? It's going to be a full no-eco. I reckon Fargo will just do 2 GATs straight away. But would you go straight down the middle of the map? Or would you go down the sides? How would you react to this? Any pros in the chat? Is Xgal still in the chat? How would you react to this fast no-eco straight down the middle of the map? Would you send 1 GAT down the middle and 1 GAT down the left? Because ideally you want to get in the enemy base and you want to kill his nukes. You want to distract him a little bit. It's going to be exactly the same unit choice from Fargo. Exactly the same build order. Perfect supply placement on both of these, by the way. Maybe apart from that one. It's always hard to do it there, to be honest. But I mean, it's not that bad. So Fargo knows what it is. If BoYcaH's doing exactly the same, you could say BoYcaH. BoYcaH has entered the chat. I think BoYcaH might lose here. The way he's evac'd 1 missile defender there, I think this isn't working out as well, because these tank hunters here are going to get more damage on this V, or they might even get inside of this building. If they get inside of the building, that's bad. BoYcaH's struggling to get his no-eco in, and there's a dozer in the base of BoYcaH now. So Fargo does get inside of this building, but he has far more GATs out than BoYcaH did in the reverse of this. Fargo's probably going to drop down a GAT cannon here, I reckon. I think he's going to drop down... Yeah, he's going to drop down a GAT cannon. Impressive from Fargo. I mean, you can't afford to drop down that Gatling cannon because you're skipping the propaganda, or you're going to build a propaganda center later on. Decent V control so far from BoYcaH. Fargo probably needs to get a little bit better at maybe spreading his GATs out a little bit more. If you get them all together bunched up, sometimes I find it's easier to try and get a concave, and then the enemy's more likely to make a mistake. There is only a 13 ping, so the micro means everything here. You can do some perfect micro with that ping. Ooh, Gatling cannon stopped on 96%. Ambulance taking a bit of damage here. No propaganda. Oh, the propaganda center's on 20%. So actually, you could say it's still fairly even. BoYcaH's still spamming the Vs. It all comes down to the micro of this. I mean, controlled by a supercomputer, as I always say, if it's controlled by a super AI, you should never lose. You should never lose the Vs. The thing is, it's not being controlled by a supercomputer. It's being controlled by a human, and we're all human. We can make mistakes. And there's a GAT coming down the left-hand side from Fargo. Loads of gats going down here, and the XP is racking up for BoYcaH. He's already on 531 XP. It's killing a lot of stuff. I don't think Fargo really has an answer for this. I think how Fargo could have probably played it different was rather than the gat cannon building in BoYcaH's base, he probably could have dropped down a faster propaganda center, got the ECMs out that might have been able to deal with an OE kill better, I think. So lucky with those are GG. Don't think it really made that much of a difference because he couldn't fight these Vs anyway. GG thrown down, and it goes 5-3 to Fargo now. So BoYcaH needs to win 3 in a row. Fargo just needs to win 1 more. BoYcaH's matchup choice. Fargo's map. So yeah, 5-3 is the score. It's a best of 11. We did see some BoYcaH action. BoYcaH matchup, Fargo map. Okay, just waiting for BoYcaH to choose a matchup. Baron Badlands Balanced is one of the maps. I know that, so let's see if Fargo wants that. And then BoYcaH needs to choose a matchup. This could potentially be the last matchup. BoYcaH will need to win both reverses of it. I won't list all the matchups, but there are loads of balanced matchups to choose from, like Stealth versus Inf is one of them. Tox versus Nuke is one of them. You could say that's actually not that balanced, but yeah, there's loads of 50-50 matchups or 60-40 matchups. Roll says why tank versus AFG and not tank versus laser? Because I think tank versus AFG is more interesting. I mean, there's nothing wrong with tank versus laser. I just thought it's more interesting. I haven't seen it for a while. It's interesting because AFG doesn't have the tanks, so you're forced to do Vs, which are more expensive than laser. So I just think it's more interesting. There's more of a dynamic to it. Whereas laser, you can pretty much just defend and make laser tanks. Should go propaganda center and GG. Lol, you deserve the same medicine. Fargo was stupid. Matchup demo laser. Mark Smart says that BoYcaH's V-Micro is getting better. It was certainly good then. It was really, really decent. MP3 says, I wish Blind was here to kick experts like he used to. To be honest, out of all the old experts and old players that used to play, I watched a few of Blind's replays and he actually looked like an absolute animal. A beast. So I'd love it if he came back. If someone could get in touch with that guy and make him come back. And it's not like he's not active on the forums, because actually, I saw his account and he has been active recently as well. So he definitely sees all the stuff going on. So it's just a case of getting him back. Someone needs to speak to him and get him back. That would be epic, because he used to be, from what I've seen on the replays, he used to be a beast. And that was way back in the day. And like the meta and stuff has changed now. So it'd be good to see him. Playing again. Yeah. So someone needs to get on the case with that. Right. Sand Scorpion is the map choice. Laser versus Demo. I think I probably prefer Laser here. I think BoYcaH, this might be the last game. But yeah, remember guys, after this, once this challenge is over, 17 GMT, we're going to have BoYcaH against Size. That's in 1 hour and 15 minutes from now. I will end this stream after this, and after this one is finished, and I will have a little bit of a break so I can catch my breath back and get a drink and stuff and maybe some food. But then I'll be back for the 17 GMT BoYcaH size challenge. Right, we've got Fargo in the top left with the USA laser. Bottom right, we've got BoYcaH, or BoYcaH as he's now called, in the bottom right with the GLA demo in the red. So arms dealer, 2 supplies, probably going to be a tunnel here, just a little bit off, and that drone is actually going to remain, which actually might come back to haunt BoYcaH a bit, because everything that's being prepared now by BoYcaH, Fargo will see it coming a mile off. The only thing is that you won't see is which tunnel the tech is probably going to be popped out of. So we've got a tunnel being deployed in the middle, but there is a dozer going down the middle, and Fargo's actually preparing some ranges, going to go for the oils, I think, and that's a terrorist going to kill the dozer. Good thing about the demo terrorists is they don't do splash damage to your own unit. It's like friendly fire, so he's able to just force fire the ground there. I think he did force fire and just killed the dozer without killing his worker, which is pretty good. Any other GLA and that would have not happened, especially with Tox. It would have completely screwed the worker. So Fargo's collecting from both supplies here, which is good. He's collecting at a slightly faster rate than if you just collected from one of them. Fargo's just going for the oils. Going for all the oils, actually. And a technical coming down the left from BoYcaH. He's going to get into Fargo's base. Might actually stop that oil capture coming in. The capture upgrade is now in for Fargo, and he's going for all 4 oils on his side of the map and the middle one, if you include the middle one. This is probably a terror tech from BoYcaH. It's coming straight into Fargo's base, and he's probably going to detonate. Maybe he's going to hit the supply now, when he realizes it's actually the only supply. So he's going to go for the supply. Is there RPGs inside of there as well, though? I'm not sure. Is there 2 more terrorists with the power? Nah. So he's going to actually escape with the technical on basically 0 HP. He's going to go and try to stop the oil up here, and he might actually succeed. I think he's a little bit too slow, actually. Oil capture now coming in the middle and on the left from Fargo. That's probably... Oh, he does stop it. Fargo. Unlucky with the oil capture there. So BoYcaH just get inside of this little house. That technical is going to go down pretty easy. The worker goes down as well. Another technical in from the back here is going to take out the V, probably. Well, there is another V, actually, to save the day, so the V does survive. There is a worker still here, so Fargo's going to need to deal with this at some point. Laser lock probably going to be on this technical. Could argue that laser lock probably wasn't worth it there. Probably better just to kill it normally because it had low HP. Demo trap deployed in the middle on the oil. A worker's going to get taken out. But a V getting taken out here. BoYcaH does not want to sit down and lose this just yet, but Fargo's actually got BoYcaH's oil. Some people might say actually it would have been safer for Fargo just to do 2 supplies, War Factory Barracks, because going for the oils is always a risk. And maybe Fargo wouldn't be in this position that he's in now if he did that. This aggression from BoYcaH is real nice, though. BoYcaH's now got the supply on the left. Laser lock on the techs. 1 tech goes down. Oh, 2 techs go down, actually. Dozer hunt there, and Fargo's out without a doze now. I think that's GG. You so fucking bad. GG. Oh, he didn't say GG, so he doesn't get his $20 now.
You have
Stonesy, I hope you saw that. I hope you saw that. Yeah, for anyone who missed the beginning, Stonesy's throwing in an extra $20 for the winner here, because this is a private bet between them. Personal money bet. And Stonesy said he'll add $20 for the winner earlier on in the stream. But I said to the players, I made them an ultimatum. I said, you can only get this $20 if you say GG after every game. But Fargo didn't say GG there, so I hope Stonesy saw that. Maybe the $20 needs to go to another cause if Fargo does win this. Because that was the conditions. I did say, don't think you did. Fargo reckons he said GG, but I don't think he did. I don't think I saw him say GG. Sometimes if you quit and you're an observer and then you say GG, none of us will have seen it. That doesn't count. Fargo's like, I know what I did. Okay, score is 5-4. BoYcaH needs a second to eat another ghost pepper. Because BoYcaH randomly told me one game before, like I think he before a challenge he played against Size. He said he came like a few minutes late or something, or I was speaking to him before the game, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I've just had my ghost pepper," and I was like, "What?" Maybe it increases your reaction time or something. You know, apparently I read like a science study or something, and apparently if you need to go for a pee, like you haven't been for a pee for a while and you need to go, apparently if you're playing a game or something, or if you do tests, your reaction times are actually better when you need to go to the toilet as opposed to when you have already been. Yeah, I can't remember where I read that. I'm sure someone told me, or a science study or something that I read. But apparently, yeah, if you need to go for a pee, hold it, because apparently you might play a little bit faster in 0 hour. Someone said BoYcaH can still have this matchup and $20 US. Yeah, BoYcaH could still win. He could still win the $20. But Fargo broke the pact. Maury Mason said that he didn't say it. Yeah, I don't think he said it. Oh yeah, Hepsi said I do see it as well. Yeah, because I was the obs. Yeah, you're right. But I didn't see it. Maybe I quit too soon. Did I quit too soon? Fargo said BoYcaH can't play proper with that Dozahunt. Really good player. Had 6k even after no supply for 2 minutes. You can't argue with Fargo. Just type easy. Right, just so we've got a bit of a longer break between this and the BoYcaH Size game, I've just agreed that that one will start at 17:30 GMT, just because I want a little bit of a break to have some food and whatever in between, and speak to the girlfriend. Because all these streams lately, I feel like I haven't seen her very much. If I don't see her very much, she might just leave. So I just got to go and see her for an extra half an hour. Right, what's he on about now? I knew I should send Doza into Chinook again. Yo, Russian dude, welcome to the channel. Yo, Christopher Issa, by the way, welcome. Or Issa, rather. Stonesy87 says, I didn't see GG, I just watched it back. So if Fargo wins, he's forfeit his $20 US. Yeah, 17:30 GMT is the new time for BoYcaH vs. Size. See, that'll be a separate stream. I'll take a break for a bit, and then we'll start that again. There'll be a countdown and stuff. And maybe allow you to go and get some food. Popcorn. Right, let's go. Potentially the last game. If Fargo wins, BoYcaH needs to win the next 2 in a row. Maybe we're going to go to a decider. Let's see. Right, in the top left, we've got the USA Laser for BoYcaH. In the red. Bottom right, we've got Demo for Fargo in the blue. XY Potency, I'm good, thanks, man. How are you? Long time no see, actually. Were you here last night? I don't think I saw you. Okay, so we've got an aggressive worker from... Sorry, not aggressive worker. Aggressive dozer from... Yo, Rachacha. Welcome. Aggressive dozer from BoYcaH. He's going to build a supply over here. Going to be long distance collecting from here, and then probably going to send this dozer over here to try and get some crushes. So it's a bit of a different, very different build order from what Fargo did. Very samey build order from Fargo. Dropping down a tunnel right underneath the drone, though, so he is going to find the drone. That's unfortunate for BoYcaH. He's not going to be able to see it. Or is it unfortunate, or just a badly placed drone? You probably want to do it a little bit off-center a little bit, because kind of there you can expect there's going to be a tunnel, and your drone might get taken out, which might not see a lot, but I always say one of the #1 rules in all RTS game is scouting. Whether you're playing the CNC Remaster, whether you're playing 0 Hour, whether you're playing Generals or StarCraft 2, scouting is a huge part of the game. And if you get denied that drone and you've sold your command center, you can have no more drones, no more scans for a while. It's absolutely massive. Okay, Dozer is going to find a worker at Fargo, and he's going to get the crush. Will Fargo recognize that actually this is being collected here? Actually, if he puts an RPG inside of here, that will stop this supply from being able to collect, unless he does a combat drop. There's a V in the middle. It's going to go down actually to this building. That's a big mistake there from BoYcaH actually. He's just losing it. Yeah, he's lost it, and that's going to scrap up this tech as well. Big mistake there from BoYcaH. Dozer's been picked off here from BoYcaH as well. So BoYcaH's only got 1 dozer left. He's also not collecting from alternate piles here, which I don't like. I don't think he is anyway. So Terror Tech, I think, and actually does get stopped. So Fargo only killed a couple of missile defenders there. So actually, all things considered, losing 1v and losing the dozer isn't that bad. At least BoYcaH has stabilized on 2 supplies. I think that's a decent position to be in. Fargo now coming forward with 2 more technicals, both to this left-hand side, but BoYcaH is always already in here, so it's going to need a toxin tractor to clear that out, and that's going to be difficult. So another V is picked off. Technical does get picked off. That's the thing about some GLA players will send the occasional tech and like tech RPG to kind of harass, and some players, like I noticed Excal is doing a lot. He is bringing loads of techs with loads of RPGs all in one big blob and trying to do one big attack. That's actually completely screwed BoYcaH's economy, because there's 2 TNTs have stopped both supplies. BoYcaH now needs to sell the barracks to build the supply back. So yeah, that's actually pretty decent from Fargo. Fargo's also expanded in the middle, so he's on 3 supplies, dropping down a demo trap here in the middle. 3 Rangers do go down. Combat drop in the middle. Another terror attack from Fargo. So Fargo's going to be way ahead in terms of the XP. He's actually going to go for the supply again. And BoYcaH only has 1,300. It depends if that other one there's going to drop off some money or not. He's got 1,900 now, so he's going to be denied it. This is big attack here from BoYcaH in Fargo's base. So Tunnel's going to go down, but there is enough techs here to probably deal with that. Actually, that one's been a toxin tractor, maybe not. But maybe Fargo just wants to go for a counter attack. If that's a terror attack and it actually hits, that'll be decent for Fargo, but actually it doesn't hit. So actually this is a real close game. The Rangers in the middle are still dealing with this bunker. But Fargo's handling of these Vs has not been the greatest. He's thrown away a lot of techs as well just by just not controlling them at all. So they're all going down. BoYcaH in his main base is losing his war factory, but there's a dozer being dropped on this bottom left island. He's going to rebuild his base. I think BoYcaH's in a winning position here. Even though he's losing his main base, the fact that he's rebuilding it here and he's hidden his dozer in one of these many Chinooks. I think it's that one. Yeah, I think it is that one. Yeah, it's that one. So a demo trap could save Fargo, by all means. Demo trap could save Fargo. Fargo has got these 2 supplies here to deal with from BoYcaH, though. It's really, really hidden supply from BoYcaH. Sometimes I've seen players do it like back here and collect like that. Yeah, Fargo's losing his main base now. A demo trap is probably the only thing that can save Fargo now. That could flip the game on its head. But at the moment, it's looking like BoYcaH's definitely taking a big lead here. Tunnel being deployed right at the back here. And BoYcaH's actually long distance collecting from Fargo's main supply. I think that's the one that's going to have the dozer back in it in a second. Fargo could hunt. There is a technical here. It all comes down to these demo traps. Is BoYcaH going to step on a demo trap? He does have enough drones out, so he should detect it. Demo trap, that's close. He did lose 1v there as well. So terror tech here on that supply. This is a close, unique game. The dozer's probably been spotted now because these RPGs will be able to see that building. So Fargo now might want to come in from the back with a tech RPG and pick off that dozer. If he picks off the dozer, the game changes again. I'd say it's a pretty balanced game. Maybe you could say Fargo's got the advantage if he picks off that dozer, but it all comes down to can he actually get it. War Factory now being dropped down from BoYcaH. This is a fun game to watch. Tech RPG here is going to take out the power. So, yeah, probably kill the power first. There's going to be a new power dropped down by BoYcaH very soon. Oh, demo trap! And that probably changed the game. That's probably winning the game. I didn't even see that myself. I didn't even realize that had been built. That's decent by Fargo. Really well played. Fargo's dropping down RPGs here to harass BoYcaH, but there is a ranger here. That's going to go down, actually. BoYcaH's going to sell that supply. BoYcaH's in a really bad position now. He's gone from in a really great position to a bad position. Fargo's just like a cockroach GLA that won't die at the moment. Just spread himself all over the map. That demo trap was epic, though. This might be the winning move. That demo trap might have been the killing blow. BoYcaH does not have very much out at the moment, and he's really scared about his dozer. Like, he's trying to box it as best he can. Well, don't even know that's best he can. You probably could say that's not actually that great. Terror Tech is going to hit probably the supply. Oh, it's not controlling. Ooh, he kills the V and the power and the supply. Epic from Fargo. I tell you, Fargo is playing really good today. So yeah, BoYcaH does not have very much. He needs to build that power, and then he needs to finish that barracks. But that demo trap changed everything. Could have sworn BoYcaH had this game. Combat drop in the middle building. He's going to take it, but the tunnels are just going to chip away at it and kill it. The Rangers by themselves and they're not going to do very much. Fargo's also getting the middle oil. BoYcaH finishing his barracks. He's getting enough Vs out now. Technicals coming in from the top. Nicely played. Nicely played. He says you easy. But Stonesy needs to let me know. Is he going to get the money? Because he didn't say GG in the previous game. After that was the condition. Is he going to get his $20? BoYcaH's in a bad situation. He's rebuilding his supply. He's got loads of Chinooks, but no buildings. Pretty much no buildings. This is his entire base here. Tech RPG is taking out another V. Fargo is playing real decent tonight. I don't think anyone can argue with that. He's playing really good. Another V taken out. I think that's the end of the road. I think that is it. He's targeting the building, but should he just not kill these missile defenders, or should he just not kill the Chinooks? Just ignoring the Chinooks, killing the building. I don't think it really matters at this point. I think Fargo has won no matter what. He's also getting all the oils on the map behind this as well. This is just a display of... It's every time he's GLA, I think. GLA perfection that we've seen today from... oh, look at this. He's building a command center. Epic from Fargo. What an insult. Building a command center next to... what a cheating tunnel. You lost otherwise. You so easy. BoYcaH needs to say GG. Mind you, he's lost anyway, so he's not getting the $20. But yeah, Stonesy, man. Who's getting the $20? Is Fargo getting it? GG's, but I made too many mistakes. Hee. GG's, well played. Fargo takes this series.
You have been defeated.
Nice game. There's a stats fee of 52,000 collected for Fargo. BoYcaH on 31,000 units destroyed. Pretty even, but BoYcaH actually destroyed more units, lost loads of Fargo. GG's, well played. Right, that's going to be the end of this challenge, guys. There is going to be another challenge in a couple of hours, so in 1.5 hours, roughly, at 17:30 GMT, it will be BoYcaH against Fargo. I'm going to take a little break now. So GG, cheers for tuning into this one, but make sure you are there later on for BoYcaH against Size. So go and get a break, go and get a drink, go and get some food or whatever you want, go and get some women, bring them back for later. Remember to like this stream if you enjoyed the challenge, and then tune in for the stream later on. I'll set up the stream reminder now, so it'll be in like an hour and 24 minutes roughly. So yeah, GG's well played to both players. Fargo takes this one, but I'll see you later on for BoYcaH against Size.